Hi guys, JesterArke back again with some more Elite Dangerous. And my whimsical wanderings continue. Liam, hello, how you doing? Okay, so we're not doing too much at this point in time. I'm just heading out to Panganui, whatever the hell the name of that sector is. Just got a few items I want to go sell out there, and we're just grabbing scan data along the way. I am manually scanning as we go. Once we've done that, we'll be heading back to Felicity Farseer. Again, scanning as we go. We'll get some work done on the FSD for our Python. I don't know. Then we might head back and do some more stuff in the Carl system. The whatchamacallit, thingamajig. Community goal is almost at tier 7. It's got a day and 8 hours, I think, to go. Be kind of cool to see it hit tier 8. But as I said, for the most part, a lot of what we'll be doing during this stream at least is going to be exploration. It's the first? Yes, indeed. Okay. Hopefully everything's transmitting lovely. Should be. Haven't had any stability issues as yet today. That's not to say I won't have any though. Unfortunately, this isn't always the best time of day locally to stream. Got a few ships getting around here, so there's a good chance somebody may try and interdict us. Be cool. Fine by me. Okay. So we are carrying a little bit of painite, not a huge amount. I was considering selling it to one of the engineers along with some other resources that we've got, because obviously we need to get some engineering done, and I kind of got to suck up to the engineers to do so. But I figure getting the money in the first place might be a better priority for us. Okay. All done, yep. Is there a station? There is a station here. I shouldn't need it, but I will be heading out to it. Evil Ambitions, how's it going? Going very well, thank you. Hopefully, same for you as well. As I was saying, we're just doing a little bit of zipping around. Nothing too important or over the top at the moment. Waiting to see if anybody tries to jump on us. Where are we? 17 platinum, 5 painite, and 4 palladium. The system that we're jumping to at the moment is offering pretty much double what the average price is. Did I see your tweet? No, I didn't. Bear with me, I will look for it. My notifications have been completely up to duff the last day or so. Man, if you could only get the game, just gonna watch for a bit to understand it better. Hey, not a problem at all. It is a really fun game. And I've got to say, as I've said many times before, of all the games I have played that have got a decent sized community, this has got to have one of the better ones. As far as people being helpful and all the rest of it. I will admit, I'm far from the best one to get advice from, though. I tend to waffle on a lot. Okay. Let's see if we can find that tweet. Hello. Mouse controller joystick? Going joystick keyboard. Okay. Yeah. How you doing? Yes, I did notice that they did. That was pretty awesome. I was kind of stoked. In fact, one of the very first people that popped in to watch the stream and the first person to chat last night was one of the FDev staff members. So that was pretty awesome. Get our speed up now that we're paying attention to the screen again. Now, I did try playing this game with a mouse and keyboard when I first got it, and it was bad. Like, I just couldn't do it. So I ended up going out and getting myself a nice Thrustmaster joystick. It was suggested that I use a controller when I'm in the SRV, and it is something I would like to do, but unfortunately I don't have a spare USB slot so that I can run the joystick and the controller at the same time. It is something I will have to work on though. Yeah, I'm actually legitimately surprised something hasn't come up behind us. Yet. A few ships getting around though. Well, we're certainly in Imperial space. Hey, one thing I was surprised about, wasn't one of the ones that really jumped on board with all the hype for No Man's Sky. I remember when, you know, just watching the ratings for that game plummet from the get-go. I've had a few friends that have decided to jump in and play it lately since all the some of the more recent updates have come through, and most of them are actually really starting to enjoy it. It's just interesting watching the reviews slowly creeping up. I mean, it's still only got, what, I think overall, when I checked it yesterday, it had a 38% positive rating on it. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again, I really need a new joystick. A few planets along here. A few ships along here too. Only little ones though. Never even looked at No Man's Sky. Yeah. That's the only reason I took another look at it more recently. Like, I don't own it. Was literally just because I've noticed so many of my friends and acquaintances that also have channels have been sort of jumping in and playing it. I don't know, I still think it's gonna have to be on one hell of a sale before I consider getting it. If it ever gets to the point where it actually offers entirely, you know, what it said it was going to from the get-go, that would, yeah, that would still be an epic accomplishment. About 4 hours away from home. Catch you later. Not a problem at all, Ray. Thanks for popping in. Drive safe. And no doubt I'll see you during the next stream anywho. Hopefully. Ice and Gods, hello. Taking system for exploration money? Pretty much. I'm on a, I don't know, a little bit of a slow trek. And I figured, you know, no point leaving unturned stones along the way. And it just gives me a little bit of a break from everything else we've been sort of focusing on the last few streams. Sorry about that. It's been ages since I've just done some exploration for the sake of exploration, so... So we'll get these two done, and then we'll land at Richie Stop. We shouldn't need to fuel up for this trip at all, but as I've said before, I still like to. Just in case something comes up and I decide to take a detour. I'm well and truly one of those, ooh, shiny, sort of people. Got myself, turns a 15-minute trip into a 2-hour bush on vacation. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I haven't decided yet whether I'll go for any particularly long trips if they come up. There's been a few times where it's been split into two stars, and you know the other star's 150,000 light seconds away. And it's like, you know what? I'm not going all the way out there for a bunch of planets that are only going to be worth $2 grand a piece. But then other days I'm like, what the heck, why not? Might as well. Not like I'm doing anything else. That in and of itself, I mean, it's been stated many times already, but I'll state it again right now. The freedom to do exactly that is one of the many reasons I absolutely love this game. The simple fact that yes, there is story and lore, and you can ignore pretty much every aspect of it if you want, and just go do whatever the heck you want. If you're particularly into, you know, roleplay, then it's well and truly a game you can get right into. If you just want to more casually find a game to enjoy, again, this has pretty much got you covered. Not a game for instant gratification though. Again, that's something I've said many times.
Boarding permission granted.
Lovely. Notice exploration is played more. Then again, I added surface scanner, so not sure. Yeah, definitely if you can afford one, get a surface scanner and maximum range on your main scanner. Is it notice local time where I'm from? Australia. Central Queensland, to be a bit more precise.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, what is it here? Just after 5 o'clock at the moment. Or 5 PM. My usual stream time is about 1 AM Australian Eastern Standard. I sort of try and slip a second stream in when I can, but sadly it doesn't always work out.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
You're from West Oz? Nice, nice. I lived over in Western Australia for on and off for a few years, mostly around Fremantle, surrounding area. How much have we got for the cartographics at the moment? Thank you very much for the follow, very much appreciated. Yeah, all that, we've only got You know, what, 30 there, 8 there. Pfft. That's alright. We'll be carrying this all round trip. We're going to go see Felicity Farseer anyway. And she's where we're going to dump all this stuff, so... Curious to see if there's anything going our way. Probably not. Got one for Ayu. Whereabouts is that in the grand scheme of things? Really long ago, I made the joke asking if you were from China, but honestly, I thought you were British. Yeah, nah. Australian. Let's get this exploration done. Oh, man. Kind of thought Pom as well.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
I don't know why.
Landing gear retracted.
Okay. I thought I had that selected already. Well, dip. Getting my derp on. Oh, at least I waited like a whole 15 minutes to get my derp on. And mass lock release. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, we will be playing Elite Dangerous again tonight, as mentioned. At this stage, I'm kind of gonna suggest it'll be a combat one again. Is Pom British? Yeah, Pom's British. Yes, indeed. Scan down there, we got a main planet. Prisoner of mothering. Sorry, mice. That's one thing I've never really looked into is my family origins here. Come on, kill that speed off, please. Okay. So, for the record, because we are back in our, more combat-orientated ASP, we will be letting people interdict us. If they want to have a go at us, then they're more than welcome to. What's the Master Goal Money CG power play? I'm yet to touch on any power play related stuff. Master Goal at this exact moment? Don't know. Pretty much just making money, I suppose. But not in any real, focused sort of way. Obviously, there's a lot of ways I could make money fast. But, oh, here we go. Yeah, there's a lot of ways we can make money a lot faster than I do. But I don't generally feel too much of an urge to do so. I like just sort of meandering around and doing whatever. Come on, buddy. So what do we got? Type 4. Dangerous. Nice. He should get us a nice bit of coin.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Only problem with the Type 4s is they survive so long. I've gotten so used to fighting Type 3s. So having something that's a little bit less glass cannonish is, yeah, a bit different.
Under attack.
But they still die in the end.
Warning. Temperature critical.
It's kind of nice now that our own combat rank has gone up. We're starting to see some higher tier NPCs coming along and trying to nab us. I may take a bit of damage here.
Warning. Temperature critical.
That in and of itself is kind of interesting. Different names there. Ooh, his shields come back. Okay.
Under attack.
Put the pips across a bit. Give it a couple of seconds for our shield to come back a tiny bit more. Oh, he's attacking again already. Wait for the shields to drop. There they go.
Compromised. Shields offline.
Well, note to self, don't headbutt the Viper now that my shields are gone. There we go. Yeah, let's get our shields back up. And what's floating around? Nothing we want. And from here, we should still be able to do some scan. A little bit too far out. Okie dokie, let's get back on with it. As soon as my shields are back up, I've got to remember to reactivate those modules.
1. Engage.
There we go. Now that we are starting to see some slightly better AI ships a bit more regularly, I'm going to have to upgrade my weapons a bit, I think. I don't know. I don't want to waste too much on engineering, or too much more on engineering on this ASP just yet, though. Not when we're trying to save resources to do the Python's weapons and stuff as well. Thank you very much for the mixer follow, very much appreciated. Edition 93612, very much appreciated. For anybody that is new to the channel, yeah, as I said, very aimless sort of meandering around on my part. I think I've got the title as my whimsical wanderings or something, so it sort of sums up a lot of my streaming. I find if I go into games with too much focus on a single outcome, I don't know, I tend to skip too much other enjoyable content. So, engineer my ass to the gills. Just need shields and hull. Nice. Yeah, the only things I don't have done on this are my kill warrant scanner and something else. Okay. Not really going to chase anybody down at this point in time. So what do we got this time? Really?
Scan detected.
Okay, well he's got a shield cell. Give me a little birdie. Oh, and he's got a friend. Jesus, thank you very much for the sub. It's his friend. Another eagle. Seriously? Okay. Man, these guys are barely going to be worth it.
Warning, impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
As you can see, I am using gimbaled weapons. It's fine as long as they don't fire chaff. And if they do, as long as there's not too many targets around, just drop your target lock. And you automatically fire in a straight line then anyway, so... Just means you'll have to manually aim and lead.
Target destroyed.
So 15,000 for him. We will probably stop back off at that station, get some repairs done before we leave the system. Just because we don't know what the future systems are going to be like between here and our actual destination.
Under attack. Warning, temperature critical. Target cargo dropped.
47 for him. It's not too shabby. For what it was, anyway. No Seekers, not a fan? Nah. Nah, I enjoy my pulse lasers and multi-cannons. I'll get the scan done on this planet while we're here in real space, essentially. Now, as much as it does look like my shields are taking forever to recharge, I am actually using bi-weaves, but the engineering that I've had done on them basically means they take a lot longer than they should to get back to being fully operational.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
And there we go.
3.
At this point in time, the loadout on the Python
Engage.
is 2 gimbaled pulse cannons. Oh, sorry, yeah, 2 gimbal pulse lasers, 2 gimbaled multi-cannons, and 1 fixed pulse laser. Asp shield recharge is horrible. Like, I don't know, I like the bi-weave shields on the smaller ships. And at the end of the day, had I done this same engineering on one of the normal shields, then yeah, recharge would be appalling. So I've sort of made up for it by the fact that I am using the 3 additional shield boosters. Although, we were talking about getting some more work done on my shields. I don't have enough thermal defense on my shields. And given that thermal attacks are, the main one that tend to whittle your shields down pretty fast. Just an example, to give you guys a bit of an idea of how impromptu this stream was. I don't even have a coffee. I don't have a coffee and I've only got maybe a third of a bottle of water. Big thank you to everybody that's joined us so far for the stream. Very much appreciated. Always much more enjoyable flying with company. A coffee. For me, that's a huge thing. I usually don't start a stream until I've got a fresh quad shot mocha sitting in front of me. Coffee is a must. Yeah. Certainly is. And that. Oop. Again, my apologies. Okay. Well, let's continue on our merry journey. Is it a named system next? It is a named system, so maybe we won't bother getting the repairs done just yet.
Frameshift drive charging.
Just theoretically, we should be able to find a station here to get to. There we go.
3, 2,
Yeah, I do generally try and take a break roughly every 90 minutes, depending on what sort of game I'm playing. It's sometimes a little bit sooner than that, sometimes a little bit later than that, just depends on opportunity. California got addicted to white mocha iced coffee. If I'm leaving the house, then we go to one particular coffee shop nearby, and I always get a mocha frappe. Can't go out without getting one. Gregorich Enterprise, Alden City. There's nothing here to scan. Got another name system. Let's just try our luck. Used to get them. Used to get mudslide mockers. They're my other go-to if I can't get to my normal coffee shop.
Frameshift drive charging.
Is it Zarafa's? Used to be a Zarafa's coffee shop nearby. They used to do a nice white chocolate mocha.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Okay. Don't forget, guys, if you do want to give me, you know, a little bit of an extra hand, remember to hit the like and share buttons. More people that know about the channel, the better it is for us in the long run. And it means it's much more likely that we can get more content out for you guys, you know, down the track. This is all scanned too. Well, the last part of this voyage is boring as hell. Well, not a bad thing necessarily.
Frameshift drive charging.
I get far enough away from that star. Yeah, but only just.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
So what did we do last night? We dropped off a frameshift drive with Felicity Farseer. Well, we were having one shipped to Felicity Farseer. So we're going to get the range on it and extended. Now, which place was it I wanted to go to here? Let's not ring. Ooh, and someone's coming to get me. Hello, Gush. What are you? Ooh, an assault ship. Frameshift interdictor, do I use it much? Yes. I certainly do.
Under attack.
Really? You're not even going to wait till I scan you? How rude. Just an anarchy system or anywhere. I don't tend to do anarchy systems all that often. I'll literally just have days where, you know, if I want to do a little bit of combat but don't feel like going into nav points or anything like that, I'll just fly around in the system looking for pirates. Anyone with a wanted, I'll just sort of rip them out of. Just sort of rip them out of Super Cruise. Okay, he's using chaff on us, so we're going to have to swap things up a bit. Oh, local police forces have joined us. Dude, get off our ass. Thank you. Unfortunately, he was way too close to us and we couldn't get the circling done. Really? Now you're firing missiles at us.
Canopy integrity at 50%. Module malfunction. Module malfunction.
Oh, now you're just being a douche.
Scan detected. Module malfunction. Module malfunction. Scan detected. Module malfunction. Canopy compromised.
There we go.
Under attack.
Oh, that and he was only worth 62,000.
Destroyed. Scan detected.
How dull.
Frameshift drive charging.
Military base in the desert. Ridgecrest, I believe, was the town.
2, 1. Engage.
I was really hoping for more of a bounty from that guy. I don't know. I think after the other night doing that Hazres site with Moddy Lev, you know, getting tiny little bounties is just sort of a bit dull now. I think we were pulling in between 3 and 4 million per run while we were doing this CG and Carl. It was kind of nice. Ended up doing 10 or 12, somewhere around 10 or 12 million credits in total in just a couple of hours. Now, if anybody does try and jump on us now, we will try and avoid it. This close to Husnot Ring. Moddy, like the Moddy that surfs all the noobs? Probably. Yeah, you can usually find Moddy Lev here in the you're in chat during our main stream. He joined me in his Python, not last night, the night before. Okay, closing to 7.5 kilometers.
Blake on Juliet Echo Sierra. Permission is required before
There it
docking
is.
procedures can begin, Commander.
But he's hardcorely dangerous.
Approval granted. Land on designated pad number 20.
Yeah, we had a pretty fun run.
Landing gear deployed.
Pad 20, which will be right below us. Damn it. I knew it would be. Okie dokie. Now let's see if that shipping information was correct.
Contact confirmed. Deactivate.
Seems like a good guy, helps all the new guys, yeah.
Enjoy your stay at
Yeah.
our facility, Commander.
Yep. As I've said, like, of all the games that I've played over the years, this has definitely got to have one of the best, just friendliest, most helpful communities. Like, obviously you do get your, you know, trolls around the place, but this isn't a bad station to be selling resources at. Galactic average is 19,000. We're selling them for 21,000. We've got about an extra 2,000 per piece here as well. Given that I didn't pay for any of this. Oh, are you kidding? The price of painite's dropped out. Dang it. It was 80,000 per piece when I checked EDDB yesterday. Oh, a few hours ago even. Try and find somewhere else to ship this to. Blub 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 blub. No Razor Synapse. I don't want to update while I'm in the middle of a game. Ugh. What was I looking for? Painite. What up? Not a lot. Not a lot. Okay. Dowie Holding. Let's go and check out Dowie Holding. Same system, different location. Okay. Realistically, it's probably going to be... I'm aiming to do about a 4-hour stream for this one.
Ship is released.
Just so everybody's got a bit of a rough time frame, bit of an idea of how long we're going to be going for. 3 to 4 hours.
Landing gear retracted.
And then I'll be coming back again later for my normal, 3 to 6 hour stream later. Community's great, it's a mix. Do enjoy telling people how to shoot fire unless they go sidewinder, no shields. Oh man, I still love when I get interdicted by one of them. You'll have some, mostly harmless little sidewinder interdict you, and you're just like, really? I know you're an AI, but still, really? As has been stated many times though, never underestimate any given vessel, especially not when it's being flown by an actual human pilot. I still get people all the time doing the whole, you can't take that into combat. Just because I'm not in a combat ship, When you see people still getting around in Cobras and Eagles, just melting big ships, it's like, yeah, I can do whatever I damn well want. Okay. I was joking around with my housemate Bale actually this morning. I was saying, like, I still haven't seen one of the big federal cruiser ships yet, and I was saying if I ever get a hold of one, I just want to turn it into a bus. Richman Money Eye bought Elite Dangerous Horizons commander pack yesterday. He could good tips for a new player. Or you can engineer a ship to fit most purposes. Yeah, yep. Good tips. Take your time. Find what works for you. Do the tutorials. Sort of make sure you get a handle on the controls, although they won't cover everything. Right? Do the tutorials and do them again, yeah, and then once more. Yep. And don't go into it expecting to get anywhere too fast. You will die. You will lose hours upon hours upon hours of work periodically. And don't box yourself in with as far as what your idea of, you know, what you want to be straight away is. I made that mistake the very first time I played. When I first picked up the game, I only wanted to do combat. That was all I was interested in. Just bounty hunting, just doing combat. And I missed out on so much stuff. I realized only recently I actually enjoy mining. I enjoy exploration. You know, it's not to say you won't end up doing exactly what you expect to be doing, but don't forget to give everything else a bit of a try as well. Okay.
Boarding permission granted.
You create your starter system, try different missions, don't worry about grind, just have fun. Yeah. That's it. Try and experience a bit of everything, you know.
Landing gear deployed.
As I was saying, don't underestimate small ships. Don't be too terrified of big ships either.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
And do not be afraid to get yourself blown up. Nope. Still the crappy price. EGDB, you fail. Okay. Okay. Definitely buy something besides your Sidewinder though, yeah. Well, that's gone even bloody further away. What the heck? As I was saying, it's not like we've got anything better to do. You want logo fixed. don't fly if you can't rebuy. That's a good one. One thing I never ever did previously, it's only been fairly recently that I've started even considering really looking at it. Finding an area that you like, a station that you like, a system that you like,
Ship released.
and trying to focus a lot of your efforts out of that area.
Landing gear retracted.
Just trying to get the really good rep in certain systems to increase the sort of missions you're getting. Increase the quality of the missions you're getting.
Frameshift drive charging.
Set yourself sort of a home system.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
By all means, go looking for trouble, but just remember, it's already looking for you as well. And this is just me personally. I know some other players will say the exact opposite, but for me personally, I'm going to say don't jump into open until you're ready. Is there anything here to scan? No. Did that power grid missions, loved them, kicked around that cluster for days. Yeah. And that's it. And the better the rep you get pretty much across the board with within a particular system, as the more money they're going to offer for the missions you're doing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Those systems are great. Fly out of Ohm Sidian LHS 20. I was in Ohm not that long ago, I think. Then again, my concept of time tends to get a bit out of whack.
One. Engage.
You got much around? Only 4 objects. And I am not going all the way out scanning those 3. What the hell is with all the messages I'm getting? Probably all junk mail. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not going exploring that far.
Frameshift drive
They sell the
charging.
bug ships at 15%. Big ships at 15% discount there, and great selection of modules. Big, yeah. I've been in X for the same reason.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
That's it. I can't think of his name at the moment. The one that you get the discounts on ships and modules from his systems. Oh, they're very populated set of jumps, so we're not getting a lot of scan data out of these. That's alright. As I stated, I was scanning along the way because I could, not because we particularly have any dire need to.
Frameshift drive
I
charging.
think I'm already level 5 with Felicity, so...
Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
No clue, ships and mods. Yeah, it's federal. I'll look up his name in just a tick. We want Lee Yong-ru, yeah. Funny, I've said his name so many times lately and I still bloody forget it. What do we got? We got 1,696, that's not too far. I remember, I think it's across the board at all of these stations too, isn't it? Gives you the pack hounds. Yummy, yummy pack hounds. There's not better lighting here. Whee! I'd throw myself so far off course. If EDDB is wrong again, I'm probably just going to sell these here and be done with it. Well, it probably wouldn't hurt to be carrying them anyway. I do like to try and carry some cargo in our hold. It does make it a bit more likely that we'll be interdicted. And if we interdict somebody else, it makes it more likely that they'll stick around and fight. Because we've got something that they want. Pretty blue planet. Hexagon! Hello, how you doing? Thanks for jumping across and joining the stream. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, haven't seen you on this side of things in a while. Hope work's been treating you well. Don't mind my little reconnaissance loop. And yes, reconnaissance loop sounds so much better than loop of shame. $7.5. There we go.
Boarding permission granted.
Doing okay, thanks? Nice. Okay.
Landing gear deployed.
Whee! That was platform 5 I wanted, wasn't it? Yeah. Yep. And now the idiot across the road playing with his bike. Ready for Path of Exile on the 24th for Xbox. Got a few buddies that have been getting back into Path of Exile lately.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Because it's the Roleplay Gamer, Kluger, and Stevens, 3 other Australian streamy, YouTubey content creative peoples were, yeah, they were playing Path of Exile last night, I think. Actually, Rick's been streaming it a lot of late. And there we go. 82,000 per piece. I knew I'd find it there somewhere. All that for only 400,000. But we really were more after the journey than anything else. Okay. Now all the cartographics that we're carrying here, as you can see, it's only 58,000. But we'll take all that back to Felicity anyway. Sorry about that. I never played, so I'm excited since it's similar to Diablo. It is similar to Diablo. The big downside I had with Path of Exile, and this is just me personally, was just the fact that the map updates and resets constantly. Was it every 8 to 15 minutes or something crazy like that? A few bounties there. Probably should have handed them in. Did I do the CG clips? I didn't know. I did sign up for it, but I never got over there. No, I don't want X. We want Felicity. Nine jumps. And not enough fuel to make it the entire way. Yeah. Hang on.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Yeah, that was PC. It'll be the exact same with the Xbox version.
Landing gear retracted.
Okay, it is sort of one of the assets of the game, I suppose, for most people. But it's going to do your head in if you're a completionist. Now, as I was saying, where are we? What do we got? There's only a day and a bit left on this, I think. Yeah, 1 day and 5 hours, and it's not even at tier 3 yet. Seen people wondering, but nobody knows what it is. No real goal. Where are we? No, I didn't actually read it, to be honest. Capella Empire Assembly, an imperial organization based around the Capella system, has announced plans to build a new Wells-class carrier to support astronomical research. Okay, so you're helping build a carrier-class ship to research. Many of the galaxy's scientific groups are currently focused on the Thargoids, but we think it's important to keep an eye on the bigger picture. Once complete, this new ship will gather data on stellar bodies and unusual celestial phenomena. That's kind of cool. So they were after titanium, semiconductors, power generators, going to the Hipparchus terminal in the Capella system. Yeah, as I said, there's only a day and a bit left of it. It's not even at tier 3. I mean, looking at restoring order in Carl as well. Again, only a day and 7 hours, and it's not even at tier 7. They've got to be some of the... It's one of the rare occasions that I've seen CGs not reach their maximum tier before the end of the time frame. I would be amazingly surprised if Total Eclipse even hits tier 5. Okay. I'm hoping this one hits at least tier 7, if not tier 8. In fact, we'll be over there probably helping out a bit with it later tonight. Main reason being we're already in the top 10%. So, you know, the higher the tier, the better our reward's going to be based on our position as well. Never played an Xbox. That's updates every 15 minutes. Just saying. Yeah, it's literally just the game itself. The map changes constantly. Can you get a shot of the chair? Should be able to. I will mute the mic just so I don't make an absolute racket. For those wondering what that was all about, it's thanks to Hexagon that I managed to get a new chair. I did my back in something fierce on my last chair, and I needed a better new one, actually. That is what I had been sitting on. Screech. Yeah, got to the state where because of how bad my back ended up getting, I literally ended up pretty much bedridden for a few days. So, Diablo all random generated maps. Yeah. The difference is though, you'll go into a random, you can walk into town in
4, 3,
Path of Exile,
2, 1.
go sell some stuff, and by the time you've turned around and walked back out again, the entire map is completely changed. Not all because of me. You put in all the hours of streaming. I still wouldn't have been allocated if it wasn't for you though, so it is amazingly appreciated. I don't want the nav beacon, I want the star. A couple of days ago there didn't seem to be an exploration for the eclipse, just a destination. Yeah, it still doesn't really tell us, the way I guess I sort of look at that is, they're using, the research group is using the eclipse as the catalyst for why they want to do the fundraiser, more than it actually being important, if that makes sense. No, it's sort of just here's an example of why we should be doing research into other things. And because there's such a monumental event, we will set our advertising campaign around it. I hope that made sense. Made sense in my head. But as we've established many times, lots of things make sense in my head. Used to have back problems from Navy racks. Now sleep in a recliner chair, no more problems. The only time I sit in the chair is if I'm at my computer. If I'm sitting watching a movie, then it's usually on the floor. I can't do chairs or couches or anything like that for long periods of time. It's actually part of why I do get up and do the leg stretch around every 90 minutes or so. A lot of that's other damage related as well though. This is money grab, they have it all the time. Just sound patient as well. Go. Actually, there is. Nope. It's a good thing Just a Game isn't here. He'd be interrupting that wedding. Those guys. Yeah, back problems can be they are a pain in the ass. Well, pain in the back really, but you know what I mean. For the most part, I've sort of learned to adjust to it. When I started, I think what really did me in, I've had that chair for ages, but when I started streaming at the start of this year, it was the first time I'd really been required to sit in a chair for any length of time. I had been recording Let's Plays and stuff like that for about 12 months beforehand, and obviously I game anyway. But I'd never really been required to sit in my chair for solidly any length of time. You know, I'd record a 20-minute Let's Play. I don't tend to do much in the way of editing. If I'm doing videos, I want it to be pretty much one-shots. So, you know, I'd record 20 to 30 minutes of video, and then I'd get up and move around anyway. I'd go make a coffee or go do whatever. I'm trying to get rid of gout attack. I've had for 10 days. Oh, it does not sound pleasant, dude. We had them, not as bad this year. Need to change the lifestyle. That is one of I bluntly admit that is, yeah, probably one of my biggest issues is my lifestyle. Like, I know myself. You've been here, I believe, when I mentioned it before, Hexagon, about the fact that prior to, you know, working on the channel, I spent the better part of the last 20 years working in nightclubs. So I've gone from jobs where I'm constantly moving around and doing stuff, lifting, carrying, all the rest of it, to the point where I literally sit and play games. And I've certainly noticed the effect that's had, considering I haven't changed any other aspects of my lifestyle to sort of accommodate it. Only 8 jumps to death yet. Yeah, yeah, yes, I thought we had. I actually found a bunch of photos from, what was it? I would have been between 14 and 17, and they were all set. I had an accident when I was 17. Busted up my leg. I got plates and bolts all through it now. But yeah, I found all these photos from, as I said, 14 to 17, and I was sitting there looking at them, just thinking, holy crap, I was fit back then. And not just, you know, fast metabolism because I was young, but you'd like to pick a jump. I lost this game. Well, all we're doing at the moment is going through scanning each of these unexplored planets. Well, unexplored by us. That is one of the awesome things. If you come across a planet that nobody's found before, you can see there, first discovered by Angleton. You know, if I discover a planet, it'll literally pop up saying, first discovered by JesterArke. I will have my name immortalized on the planet, you know. But the actual plotting of the jumps is pretty cruisy, as long as you've got a rough idea where you want to go. If you don't have an idea of where you want to go, best thing to do is go find a station and just pick up a random mission. Or if you do just want to go full random, any of these little ones with the sort of solar system looking symbol on them are possible jump destinations. So we're going to Desiat at the moment. So on the path to Desiat, we've got to go via Ad Nortina. My apologies again. Let's discover new planets. I can guarantee I will not be able to in this ship. We're going to need a much, much bigger ship. Unfortunately, the jump drives and everything on this just aren't strong enough. Everywhere that I can get to, somebody's already been. You've seen the overall map for this one, haven't you, Hexagon? Now, the simple fact this game's been out now for a few years now. And we've only discovered a tiny portion of it. Okay. Discover in any ship. Seen someone do it in a hauler. Moddy! We were talking about you just before. I would have thought anything I could reach would have been done by now. Yeah, so every single one of these little dots is another system. All the paths joining them. Obviously, you know, in 3 dimensions. Every single one of those dots. It was all complimentary stuff. Apparently you're rather well known. 400 billion. We won't even see all the in-game systems in our lifetime. Yeah, exactly. It's insane. No, just that scope. And you know, I've been in this little bit. This tiny, pissy little bit here. And not even the entirety of that tiny, pissy little bit. Guess that's why Stephen Hawking is alive. As I said, I know I'm not going to get much for these. But I've got no real rush to get anywhere, so... Yeah, apparently you're quite well known and considered quite hardcore, Moddy. Pascal Brax, hello. Welcome, thank you for joining us. Hard to visit all the systems in the bubble, which is just a small part of the game, yeah. Yep. That's it, to go from system to system, even just in the bubble and cover everywhere, would take ridiculous amount of time. No. And the fact that you've got people that are sort of looking at this game now and just picking a direction and going. Ultimate probably helps some noob now. There are a few new ones. Lots of Americans worried about the football season. So sad. PC or PS4? I'm playing on PC. Playing on PC. And football, see, I haven't paid attention to any sort of sport in years. You know, I wouldn't get that scan done fast enough. Is the game on Xbox? I think it has been released on, hasn't it? I actually can't remember if the official release has been done or not. No, you haven't, just trying to think outside. Yeah, it's on the Xbox One. Xbox One before. Yeah, I just mean I wasn't sure if it was only on the Xbox One or on one of the others at all. Why do you haven't checked on the last noob? He seemed more glued to chat than anything. Yeah, because the PS4 launch was only fairly recently. Close those down again and get back to this game. Yoink. These aren't going to be worth much of anything at all. Crazy cool. Like a year before the PS4, yeah. As I said, I knew it was on at least one of the Xbox consoles. I just couldn't remember if it was, as I said, just on the Xbox One, or if you could get it on the 360 as well. I assumed it was only the one. Sorry, just a chat madness. We're all mad here. Don't really choose anyone to follow. I'm bored. Open a stream. That's not the time. You abuse your Xbox more than you should. And consoles are there to be abused, aren't they? You got the One S. Xbox One's also getting a HOTAS soon. I was surprised they didn't already, to be honest. You'd have one of the Xbox X's. If you guys are interested in seeing any of the console play, specifically the PS4, Jace over at Game Tech UK quite often streams. Like, he'll alternate between streaming on PC or streaming on PS4. Any money? PS4 has a flight stick. Really surprised Xbox doesn't. Yeah. No, I literally would have thought they would have had all those sort of peripherals already. Like, I haven't done anything. Like, I haven't looked at any of the Xbox Ones at this point in time. Considering it's built with Windows architecture, yeah. Does the one still use all the odd plug types? Or have they finally moved over to just all your standard plug types? Guess there's not the demand for it. So I know the joystick for Xbox, the green logo on it. Cool. Like, I've seen the steering wheels and steering, like the driving setups for the Xbox, but I haven't seen any joystick setups. Mind you, that doesn't mean they're not out there. That just means my crappy little town doesn't have them. Yeah, as I was saying, I think the I know one of the PS4 HOTAS setups is compatible with PC as well. Yeah, car games are big. No, I don't think I've played a... Well, I used to love racing games and car games and stuff. I haven't played one in years, I don't think. I can't even think of what the last one would have been. I've played games, obviously, that have got driving elements in them. But yeah, haven't played any specific driving games in ages. Closest thing I would have come to one would have been probably Rage, I think, when that first came out. Basically a T-Fly with a shiny Xbox texture, new home button. Well, so far I think we're accomplishing more or less what I had in mind for this stream, which is a much more laid-back one. As a few of you'd know, I'd been focusing mostly on the CG lately, so it's all been combat, combat, combat. I haven't really spent any time doing anything else. And you have so much time. And some days I think I've got not enough of it, and then other days I realise I've, you know, wasted half the day sitting there scratching my butt, and then I sit there thinking, well, no, there really wasn't much else I could have done in that period of time. I'm shocking for time management. Absolutely shocking at it. Gotta get this done, gotta get this done. A month later. Oh, crap. Something completely unimportant gets done instantly. Been playing anything new? How times hit and miss? Oh man. Bale and I spend large amounts of time most days just going through Steam, GOG, Humble, itch.io, just looking for new stuff to play. It's been pretty dry lately for stuff that's really jumped out and appealed to us. Like, I've got Destiny 2 pre-ordered on the PC, and honestly that's probably the only thing I'm even remotely got on the radar that I'm overly looking forward to at this point in time. Like, laid back for sure, yeah. Distance! Distance! What's Elgato? Might have asked that before. Actually, I don't think you have. Elgato being the brand, but the HD60S basically will allow us... Oh, as you know, I like to play with Bale periodically. What it'll allow us to do, with the way we plan on using it, is Bale's screen will be mirrored directly onto my computer so that we can have it displayed, or if we plan on doing a, if we do a 12-hour stream or something like that, I've got to get up and go for a break. We can go, okay, cool, switch it over to Bale's screen and you guys can watch Bale while I'm off doing whatever. You can hook it up to the consoles so that I can record any of the consoles directly. It's just going to make that side of things a lot easier. At this point in time, if we want to record anything from Bale's computer as well, I've got to hook up my iPad to her computer, which I've then got to set up as an additional screen, and then mirror her main screen onto that, which I then have to transmit through to my screen. And even doing it that way, we've got a limited period of time before the battery shuts down, because the recharge rate is lower than the usage rate. So hopefully it'll bypass all of that sort of situation. The Stream Deck will basically allow us to, like, the keyboard shortcuts that I've got in place to allow me to, sort of flick back and forth between all of these. I can just sort of set all of that into the Stream Deck. Messages that I might want to throw up every now and then onto the screen, I can just program all of that into the Stream Deck as shortcuts and just hit them, instead of trying to figure out, okay, I've got to program these keyboard shortcuts into the keyboard and back and forth, vice versa, and it'll just make a lot of that sort of stuff way easier. Coupled together, yeah, it should just make things so much easier for us. And we've got a lot of stuff planned, as I said, with the 12-hour stream, for example. We do want to do something like that fairly soon. Maybe have something set up so that you guys can, expand the stream time anywhere up to 24 hours. But we're gonna wait until we get that HD60S, because at this point in time we can't switch back and forth between the computers reliably. So, still Defiant and Elite then, or did you Defiant? We are still playing Defiant, but that is pretty much only when Bale's got the day off. We got the chance to play. We'll be playing that hopefully Friday night, I think. Her roster's been screwed around for this week, so sort of waiting to see with that. She's had a few staff off sick and all the rest of that sort of stuff. They're all a lot smarter than me. I thought I was a nerd. And there's well, I've just sort of nutted a lot of this stuff out as we've gone, so. Oh, Cordy, hello. Thank you for jumping in and joining us. And Cage, welcome back again. And a lot of the time, it just comes down to I'll see somebody else reference an item, and I'll just say, I'm like, I don't know what that item is. So I'll look it up or ask about it. And then if it seems like it's something that we could use, or, you know, it'll make our lives a bit easier for us, then yeah, sort of look further into it and try and get our hands on it and incorporate it. Those of you who have just joined us, we're just doing a bit of a slow-paced trip around the place. Just had to do a trek out to the middle of nowhere to sell some painite. And now we're doing a slow trip back to go visit Felicity Farseer. We've got a spare FSD that we need some upgrades done on. Once we've increased the jump range on it, we'll be reinstalling it in our Python. And depending on how things go, yeah, the stream tonight, now normal stream time, I'm planning to do combat. For those of you who are wondering, that's about 1 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time, give or take an hour. Didn't buy Fortnite yet, have you? Yes, we did get Fortnite. With the updates that have been coming through lately, they have not liked Bale's rig. And I don't know, it was fun, but it just hasn't held my interest all that well. For some reason, don't know why. Maybe once it's become a bit more stable on lower end computers like hers, we probably jump back in and play it a bit more. I have the match to the high grade FSD upgrade. I don't know. I'm still meant to look that up. Talking like a colleague. Glad I never had to go. Oh, college. I don't know why. You guys can see it up on the chat window up the top. For some reason, it's doing it with yours, Hexagon. I know it does it with Liam and a few other guys that jump in. For some reason, YouTube chat and Restream chat mess up the comments periodically. You can see the weird spacing on it. I don't know why it's doing it, but it doesn't always. Yeah, it is up the top there. Thankfully, it's a lot easier to read on the chat window that I can see. And it displays it normally on the actual YouTube chat window. It's only messing it up on the Restream one. SJ Forest once again, thank you. Get the problem with Restream? Yeah, it seems to be... A few people seem to get it regardless of whose channel it is, whose channel it's on. And it's really quite odd. Work from work, not a problem at all. Always a big thank you. But it's just strange that it sort of tends to single out a few people and not others. And there doesn't seem to be any... anything particularly in common with the who it's doing it to, if that makes sense. I don't know, I've noticed quite a few problems have been propping up a bit more often with Restream lately. Yeah, another stream I became that dude. That species comment's weird. It wasn't me though. Yeah, it's strange because I only realised maybe a week, 2 weeks ago that it was wasn't actually being done purposely. Just trying to do it, as you know. Dudes trying to watch is always appreciated, man. So thank you. But I usually, like with one of the if I was to type in something into the chat right now, it'll pop up in, for any of you guys on YouTube, it'll pop up in your actual chat window as well as on screen. The same for any of you guys on Twitch. But for some reason, it's not doing it properly for Mixer at the moment. So if I was to post a link for one of you guys to check out, or any of you guys to check out, I'd have to go in manually and post it on Mixer separately. I can't use Restream Chat for that. Whereas I used to be able to just fine. Yeah, the channel did it. Host was telling me to fix it. Well, it came down, like I said to someone, I don't remember. But, I don't remember who it was. But I said to him, I said, look, I'm having a lot of trouble reading that. And he said it's coming up fine in his chat window, so I've logged into YouTube to check it, and yeah, sure enough, it was only Restream that was doing it. 2 weeks ago, Rex did something to correct it. I'll ask you for, yeah man, that would be appreciated. Because it does make it really hard to read for you guys, as it is not as bad for me, because I can see a separate window with it on there. But for anybody that's not on YouTube and doesn't directly get access to the YouTube chat, yeah, it looks different. One guy and his bot repost messages in the other two services. Yeah, I know I can do it that way as well. But it gets a bit more finicky doing that, especially when it's not always the case. Sometimes it will post the links and sometimes it won't. The Android YouTube app. From what people have been saying, it's some of them have been on PC, some have been on Apple, some have been on Android. As I mean, it doesn't seem to have any particular rhyme or reason from some of them. You're on Android in your case, Hexagon? What was I doing? Space Jesus. Oh, so you're saying it is from the Android app. That's really odd, because yeah, as I said, a few of them have said they were on PC doing it. Ah, one thing I have considered doing, just to sort of bypass the issue where Restream occasionally doesn't talk properly to one of the platforms, I was going to put the 3 different chats completely separate. But the problem then is that you're not necessarily going to have any context of time. And I mean, I have trouble enough with the context of time at the best of times. Yeah, before it was always buffered. What was that for? YouTube gaming app. I can't use the YouTube gaming app at all on my iThingies without being stuck in a buffering loop. But if I'm watching on PC, then I'll generally try and have it in the gaming app, just because I prefer the dark background. And all these problems not like it used to be. Yeah. And stuff's been all over the place of late. The Adnaratini Creative Holdings. So Floyd Brown, he's knocked out. I'll scan everything up first and then I'll dock. I just realized how faded this shirt is. I swear it's meant to be a nice button shirt. These shirts are supposed to be faded. And it's funny, you open my clothing drawer and where are we? I kid you not, at least 90% of my shirts are the same shirt. And the ones that aren't look fairly similar. The faded just a bit stretched. Like if we've got anything dark color, like any of the dark shirts, we've got to hang them up, hang them up, inside out, outside, because the sun bleaching here is just horrific. Send you a message. Hopefully, leave you an answer on one of your videos next stream. Nice, thank you very much. You're awesome. Well, I just realized that was 15,000, not 15. I've got one pair of black pants. It's funny looking at them. They look like they're a light grey, like a really light to white grey. Until you open the pockets and look inside, like look under the pocket flaps, and you can see the almost original colour still. I'm literally that guy that will wear clothing until it disintegrates and falls apart entirely. No, shoes are still alive right up until the sole actually falls off, and it won't let me glue it back on anymore. And for the record, duct tape is definitely a viable way to fix clothing. Sorry for the issue, but having no, don't be sorry, man. Don't be sorry. Literally, it's not a fault on your part at all. Just one of those fun little technological hiccups. Technological stuff. Sorry about that. Given the distance to this planet to scan, I probably should have docked. Oh. No Australian, I have to say, obsessed with Roger the Ripperoo. He's a beast. YouTube gaming app test, nice, thank you. Yeah, they can be scary as hell, some of the biggeroos. especially that it's a nice planet worth only 1,000 next year. Yeah. As I said, I'm in one of those no stone left unturned sort of moods, though. Driving along the Nullarbor when I was... Actually, I would have been only about 10 or 12, I reckon. And I have to do the flyby. Anyway, yeah, driving along the Nullarbor plain, going from... we're driving from Orange to Fremantle. Was it Orange or Wagga? Might have been driving from Wagga to Fremantle. And, little RAV4 in front of us. Going along, minding its own business, and a Roo slams into the side of it, sends it all the way across the other side of the highway, just flips it across, ends up in a ditch. Roo gets up and just, you know, shakes off, whatever, off it goes again, and this RAV was totaled. Guys ripped, watching him crush a metal bucket like toilet paper. Yeah. Oh yeah. You don't want to piss him off, that's for sure, that's certain. Theoretically, I would have thought Kojima would have been the closest. Looking at that, no, not much of a difference. Let's keep moving on to Gammon. Sounds like moose up north in the States. You gonna try something very vague? Not a problem, man.
Scan detected.
Okay. Realistically, this was probably a smarter fight than the FDL. Damn it, that's right, I'm not carrying cargo. Come back! Don't you think about surging on me, buddy. Yeah, you. Talking to you. I will headbutt you. Yeah. No. No, 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 no.
Warning.
Ha.
Temperature critical.
Yeah. Jump out of the way of that wolf head.
Target destroyed.
Welcome back. We're here testing. Well, that one is all spaced out correctly.
Cannot comply.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hey, one of our beasties that are scary as hell are cassowaries. What was that red flat beam he fired? Just means he was using a beam weapon.
Engage.
A fixed beam weapon. It would have just been one of the assorted lasers. Because you've got fixed weapons, pulse, burst. Right. The screen is smaller. Gotta say, that FDL would have been nice. What do you get punished? Cassowary, yeah, cassowary. Think ostrich, but shorter, stockier, permanently angry, and it has a bone axe sticking out of the front of its skull. Oh, and raptor claws. Not even exaggerating. but and yet to date, I think there's only been like 1 or 2 reported incidents of death from them. I remember one of them. There was a bunch of kids years ago that were basically pissing one off, and it's turned around and started chasing him. One of the kids is tripped over, and this cassowary's just run straight across the top of him, just ripped his throat out and kept chasing the rest of the kids. Okay. What? You have to use Australia. Want me to watch here? Man, honestly, I can read it either way, so whichever one is the best viewing experience for you is definitely where I'd prefer you. What are you guys chasing? Oh no, it is a wing of 3. It actually looks like they're chasing someone around. That's seriously the closest thing? Oh, you're shitting me. Hang on. None of these are actually that far away. The planet orbiting the star we're next to is literally further away than the next star. Okay. When the Navy strictly to Australia, then it's spent years in the ocean and desert. Actually. I will say, cassowary babies are adorable as hell. And then you find a bunch of them in your tent, and mum comes looking for them, and kicks the crap out of your tent, flips your car, and smashes the crap out of everything. So it's about the same. Probably no. Have you get ready to cook? And honestly, as I said, as long as you best viewing experience for you, I'm easy. Do I have you on Discord? I'm actually not sure. I know I don't use Discord as much as I should. There is a link down below. You're on Hannibal's though, aren't you? Yes, you are cool. Yeah. So I know I'm there. Made a crush on Olivia Newton-John, hence my determination in Australia. Smoking hot women. Where is it? Not the picture I was looking for. I'm gonna friggin' overshoot before I get the scanning done again. No, managed to just sneak it through. I was like, what the fuck is that? And cassowary. Why the hell do I still got everything in weapons? You do see some pretty funny memes about them. But their eggs are actually stunning. Just a record, Mississippi has the best African American women who hold butts in some. Yeah, cassowary eggs range from like a vibrant, super brilliant blue through to like a fluorescent green. Where the heck is this? Where is it? I don't know. I'll find it eventually and post it up. Ah, there it is. There we go. We're supposed to be exploring the universe. We're exploring. We were traveling at maximum speed. Is the koala a community of breeding grounds? Yeah. Yes, they are. Yes, and the only reason koalas are cute and cuddly is because they're stoned out of their minds because of the foods that they eat. Drop bears are real. They're just hungry koalas. They will literally rip the flesh clean off you when they are pissed off. Don't see your Discord link. Probably need to chat. Give me a sec. That's because for some reason it's not there. Usually it's in that page. Give me a quick sec. Suggestions? Suggestions. I like suggestions. Really stoned. Props to koalas. Party on. Yeah, the eucalyptus leaves that they live on. It's like the only thing they eat, and it's really quite sad because it's literally the only thing they eat, and it's sort of becoming more and more scarce. Why don't I have that link available? Bear with me a second. That should be it. Yeah. I stress should. Oh, you're not a backstreet driver. Oh, I know. That's that broadcaster message. We ended up putting that in back when we were playing Ark. I think it's just... Like, don't get me wrong, koalas can be adorable little marsupials, but yeah, when they get angry, you don't want to be anywhere near them. Same as goannas and lace monitors. Like, if they're angry with you, they'll just run straight up you and shred every bit of skin on the way up. And every place that they scratch will become horrifically infected. now. Nah, it's funny. As much as Australia is full of, you know, understandably potentially scary creatures, it's the way I always look at it, all of our beasties here have got one main thing in common. They're also lazy as hell. You know, yes, most of our creatures could quite easily chase you down and rip your arms off, but it can't be bothered. Talking to New Zealand about New Zealand are about a year. Now it's like Hawaiian big roasts. Same thing in Australia. We have lots of hungies over here, but that's usually because we got a lot of Kiwis over here. Or a puppy duck. Yes. Incidentally, also venomous. And no, venomous or poisonous? I can never remember which one's which. It's not a bite, so it's a poison. I think.
Incoming mission critical message.
Oh, cripes. Six damaged escape pods, 3 days and 20 hours. That just sounds like one hell of a trap. What do you guys reckon? I reckon there's one hell of a trap. Let's accept it. Why would that animal be poisonous? Who'd want to touch it to start with? Crazy people, that's who. Yeah, platypus. It's burr on its back legs, so venom. Yeah, that's what I mean. I can never remember. I always get confused between which one's a poison and which one's a venom. Slow down, you stupid ship. Might need hatch breaker limpets. Oh, I hope not. Or shoot the hatch till it drops the pods. See if we can get any more details out of it. But usually if it needs something like that, it tells us, doesn't it? I'm hoping they'll just be... I know I've picked up damaged escape pods before. Just sort of floating around in the middle of nowhere. Okay. I'm actually going to land on Wheeler. Because with all our talk about, you know, back problems and stuff earlier, I have been streaming for 2 hours now without a break. So I am going to go for a quick leg stretch. Escape pods are decent money, yeah. Well, it was, last time I found them, I'm positive it was in one of those areas that, it was in a US, yeah, words, unidentified signal source.
Boarding permission granted.
And I'm positive it was in one of those weapons fire detectors or something. Guess you're not on a much? Who's not? What? Leg stretch, yeah. Leg stretch and coffee. Since I started the stream without one.
Scan detected.
Of course I'm on the wrong bloody side. That's alright. Let's not crash into what looks like a fuel pod.
Warning. Landing gear not deployed.
I know it's not deployed yet. Wouldn't have been able to pull off that turn if it was.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay.
Docking successful.
There we go.
Engines disengaged.
Blood type needs to be 50% caffeine before I'm even human. I don't know if mine's capable of dropping below that anymore. And yeah. Okay, liberate means someone carries the mini ship. Yeah. I don't know what I'm worried about. I'll tell you what. On Discord? Oh, I'm on Discord. I think I've just might be in hiding mode. Okay. There we go. All spotted. Okie dokie guys, as I said, I'm going to go for a quick leg stretch. Won't be too long, just going to make a quick coffee and stretch my legs. Please don't go anywhere. I'll be back shortly. And we're back. Sorry about the delay, guys. Okay. Turned out Bale hadn't filled up the kettle. Again. Where are we? What did I miss? Stuff. Numbers, where are we going? Holy crap. Cream and sugar, shot of whiskey, doesn't it? Not just a solid, yeah, no, I don't drink too much anymore. Sleep apnea, yeah. Is there another medical hot toddy? I haven't had a toddy in a long time. The noise, just give me a sec, just quickly running through all the combos. Look back, gasp, gasp. Welcome back, thank you very much. Yes, okay, we're back. Ugh. Trying to fill up the kettle. Ended up getting a call. What the hell were we in the middle of doing? We were exploring on our way back to Desiat. I know things. Okay. Gasp, gasp.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Okay. Yes. Quite an important call that I had to take.
Charging.
Oh, creeping forwards a bit.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Righty-o. I should check to see how much our exploration data was up to. We're 6 jumps from Desiat. We should have the fuel to make it all the way there now, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken. I get mistaken a lot. Why is everything so dang far away? Where are we? Not too bad. Lived in Florida for a year and a half. Rained constantly. Start dropping speed. Depending on the size of the planetoid, we should start scanning it very shortly. Oh, that's why they're so close together. You can see the purple and the red star in orbit around each other. Okay. That explains a bit. We should be able to scan, yeah. We can scan these from a fair distance out. Usually you don't have to get too close to the stars. Or as close to the stars, more to the point. New Gammon Defense Force. This current shipping lane is controlled by the New Gammon Defense Force. Bloody this straight. You always go up top. I'm shotgun for trying to line up lines. Well, that one's all done. So what have we got that we still got to scan? I don't think there was that much, was there? Did we already do it all? I thought there was one more. Oh no, we've already done it all. Oh, oh never mind then. Next!
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
See, I'm happy to go, you know, that midline, that way top and bottom's both reachable. Okay. There's only the two here. It's bottom is top and all is. Opposite overrated. What time is it? It is 7:22 p.m. Yes. What have we got here? Coffee, very much so. Decided to only go for a triple this time. What, 22 AM there? It's still strange. Like, it still feels strange for me streaming in this time slot. I had tried to start a little bit earlier, but as I mentioned before, Bale's Ross's all over the place this week, so she was actually home. I think she left about half an hour before I started the stream, whereas usually she would have left, you know, mid-morning, and so we're just trying to catch up on some house stuff and do some, try and discuss the channel a bit. Actually, it was asked earlier if we were playing any other games. Staxel is one we've been playing around a little bit with. Although the updates for that have been coming through sort of hard and fast. So I know Bale gets over early game grind very quickly. So we'll probably wait a little while before we really jump back into streaming much of that one. But yeah, she's loving Defiance at the moment. Unfortunately, her rig won't run Destiny 2 when it comes out, otherwise I'd be getting that for her as well. Daxel, yeah, it's a town life sort of farm simulatory voxel game. Sort of Stardew Valley in 3D meets Minecraft meets a few others. When you play Defiant with your wife? No, she's actually my housemate. Ex-fiance. Lots of all these new games, like the older ones, as you know. There we go. All that for a nice planet. Life partner. That pretty much works. Pretty much works. Yeah, now we
Frameshift drive charging.
It's actually come up a couple of times lately. Because we've been gaming a lot more, I think. But, you know, we'd been best friends for over a decade. And tried doing the relationship thing. All was going well until it wasn't, so.
3, 2, 1.
And when we broke up in January, we sort of thought, no, you know, we're not going to throw away the, as I said, over a decade of being best friends just because the attempt at the relationship didn't work. So we still live together, still game together, still do all the crazy stuff. Well, not all the crazy stuff, obviously, but yeah. Okay. It freaks a lot of people out over here. Quite amusing, actually. I know there's still a crap load of her friends, especially her workmates, that just can't wrap their heads around the situation.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Housemate, ex-fiancé, you two are the nicest people. If you want hell with threshold. It's actually funny, as a few of you would know, Hein from here and a few other channels, as Hein points out, we still, like when we game together, we still sound like a married couple. And the American would be like, what the fuck are you doing? We still go out and, you know, go hit the, on the rare occasion that I ever go out. But yeah, we'll still go out and hit the club together, and works well for me because I don't get up and do the dancing thing. I'm quite happy to sit in a corner and nurse a drink for, you know, the night.
Frameshift drive charging.
She sort of dumps her bag with me and comes back periodically to point out any hot women she noticed. It works.
4, 3, 2,
Right, thank you very
1.
much.
Engage.
Well, as I said, like we had too many years of being too close as friends to risk throwing that away. Anything for us people who can't afford to stay at the bar. Two jumps to Desiat. You know, we've still got we'll take yours and is it work? That's it. That's it. Like we've still got plans to move overseas together as well, which we're hopefully looking to do within the next couple of years. All pending, you know, finances and success and all that fun sort of stuff. Whee! That's what happens when you don't pay attention. What, huh? Oh, what? What? Which bit? We're China or Japan. We're, actually Finland. Let's start off with Finland. Bale's got work lined up over there already, so Small city, small town, Jester. Don't live in Snowtown. Yeah, I honestly I don't know where it is that we're apparently meant to be moving over there. Bale's got relatives over there. And if I remember correctly, she'll be joining the somewhat family business over there of making coffins. Which is sort of right up her alley. Yes, that is correct, coffins. As in dead people beds. We've got another acquaintance of hers in... It's completely eluded me all of a sudden the name of the country he's in. But he has a castle with a dungeon. We're going to go check that on the way through. But yeah, no, we were thinking about probably using Finland as a first port of call, I guess. Good move to say how better. Wait, making coffins. Yeah, it's we're a bit of a weird bunch. We'll definitely say that much. McGregor gets knocked in a match or something. It's funny, that's one thing over here that everyone used to... Remember years ago, you'd always see the big fights on TV. And then obviously they started moving everything over to pay TV. And pay TV over here is pretty much garbage. It just is. So whenever there's any decent fights on, all of a sudden you just see so many pubs that normally wouldn't have a single soul in them just getting absolutely flooded with people. Same it. All goes over my head, I'm afraid. Was that one? You know, that one wasn't scanned. Oh, it was scanned. Okay. I'm really confused just then. Mayweather will get knocked out. I hate to say it. Sorry, McGregor will get knocked out. I hate to say it. Mayweather has it. I really don't know. You son of... I'm travelling further away from some of these. Oh, that's right. There's only 3 left anyway. This is arranged Orions. Going on, just says there. That's funny. I I rarely check the news anymore. But it seems every time I do flick anything up, it's just, yeah. I don't know, you rarely see anything nice in the news these days, it seems. I'll tell you where I do go if I want any sort of news. And it was actually Bale that got me watching him, is Philip DeFranco. Quite enjoy watching the Philip DeFranco show. Still negative, yeah. Like, you see the odd fluff piece thrown in, sort of can't try and counter it, but I don't know. Yes, that's what currently. Love DeFranco. That's it. Like, anyone that's willing to say this is my opinion and my opinion only, you guys don't have to agree with me. But here's the facts on both sides of the story. Either way. I think long gone are the days of utterly neutral journalism. So these days it's just trying to find who's willing to say, yeah, sure, this is my personal opinion, but I'll give you facts as well. I only just got that one in time. Last one. And it'll be another ice planet. Another whole 1,000 credits. Woot! How much coin have I got at the moment? 8.5 million. Welcome back, Liam. We're just continuing our mindless meandering and nameless wandering. I'm so confused on why everyone thought with the last 8 years. Not the truth. Alright, yeah. Even though I disagree with DeFranco, I respect. Yeah, that's it. And he's willing to say straight up, you know, not everyone's going to agree with me, and I'm not saying that I'm right. But this is my opinion, and I'm still willing to listen to yours. Which is hard to find a lot of time these days. Look, you know, whatever. Mr. Franco, and where can I hear him? Bear with me a moment.
am so nervous and excited about today.
There we go. That one's for is like the Philip DeFranco show. He's a more news-orientated one. He's also got a couple of other channels as well.
Frameshift drive charging.
Was it last year he took out a whole bunch of awards and stuff? For news-related awards and People's Choice and stuff, wasn't it?
4, 3,
He's
2, 1. Engage.
I don't do excited. I don't have the energy for excited. Completely forgot though that a video would probably play as soon as I went to his channel. Okay, oh, there you go. It's only 3 stars and how many planets? I'm not going all the way out 213,000 bloody light seconds to scan nothing. His vlogs are funny, yeah. It's easy to say stick challenge. I'll end up watching that one tomorrow morning. It's yeah, his videos tend to be mine and Bale's early morning with coffee sort of viewing, while we're both sitting there trying to wake up. Keep in mind, early morning for me is, you know, around 9 AM. This is literally the only one even remotely in range that I'm going to try and scan up. Sorry, man. What's on the mug? Some sort of plant? It's just the biggest of my small mugs. I've got my really big mug, but yeah, I measured that one by the tablespoons with the coffee. 2014 light years, light seconds thankfully for that one, but yeah, considering all they're gonna be will be more stars. It's not worth doing the trip all the way up. Cotton? I honestly wouldn't know. Okay, as soon as this is scanned, we'll do the jump into Deciat and go see Felicity. And thankfully the jump is just over 20 light years, which means we should be able to sell this little bit of scan data from here too.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Now I should already have, yep, already got Farseer Inc. locked in. Of all the engineers, Felicity's killer. You know, I'm kind of inclined to say possibly the bounty hunter would be the killer, but you know, each to their own. I've got a fair few to go. What have we got? Michung, Celine Jean. That one was a pain in the ass to unlock. Felicity, Elvira. Dweller, the Blaster, Diddy. I think I only just did that one. Yeah, I've only just unlocked access to Diddy. We need 50 units of Lavian Brandy. Still need more classified scan data banks. Actually, I need to go and visit him and offload what I've got. Bill Turner. 50 units of Bromellite. Got a bit of distance to travel. Now, are we going with the classified scan data? Yeah, we got 20. Even once we hand them in, we'll still need another 5. Damn it, I can't even read that without reading it in that tune. Turn your ho-hum asp into a powerhouse of blood and jump range. Yeah, we'll give her credit for that much. Unfortunately, I think she also ripped out my air conditioner. Make room for the modified thrusters. Okay, so when we get down here, what we're going to do is swap. There should be a module in storage on the planet for us. We're going to swap that, put that into the ASP, get it modified, and then swap it back out again. Fly out to Ix, which is where we've got the Python currently docked. And we'll get the frameshift drive shipped out to Ix. Go dirty or clean? I went clean to start with because I didn't have the resources to go dirty. I actually can't remember if I ended up swapping over to dirty yet or not. I know I meant to. Butterfly thrusters, I like it. Yeah, you definitely need them on the bigger ships, that's for certain. Okay.
Orbital flight engaged.
Swing the angle around. I'm not going to get a good angle on this, damn it. Oh, maybe I will. There we go. One aspect of the game that I utterly suck at is planetary landing. Well, I'm inclined to say so anyway. It does depend on who I'm visiting.
Landing gear deployed.
Mean on the smaller ships? No, on the bigger ships. Otherwise, they're notoriously hard to control.
Automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols. Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 02.
Yeah, otherwise you end up with the small ships just running absolute circles around you and ripping you to pieces. And what was it? I think it was 40 minutes it took last night to ship the module here. So we can expect it to be the same going back. Why is this one so much harder? Gravity. Different planets will have variable amounts of gravity.
Arrival has been noted.
Yeah, I've got a habit of smashing into planets. Well, no, not smashing into planets. There's been a few times that I've gently skimmed across the surface. Like a brick. You just took me a new route, go sideways and jump it through the descent much faster your way. Actually, we need to swap that module. Okay, outfitting. In we go. She likes me, she's all green. Okay. Core internal. So this is the current frameshift drive we're using. We want to store this. Oops. You know, store it. Damn it, I want to transfer, not store. So all this way for? I'll show you. So that's the frameshift drive that we had in there. You can see the little bolt, also a little nut symbol next to it showing that we've modified it. So you can see there, optimized mass, fuel per jump. That one. Okay. This will allow us to jump up to 25 to 27 light years. This one's only got a 21 range. We want to modify this so it increases the jump range because we're going to put this into a much heavier ship. Hit atmosphere about 2k out, then hit glide at 100. Doing it your way next time. It doesn't always work. I did, however, not mean to buy that extra module. Okay. Now the reason we shipped the module on its own is if we tried to fly our Python here, it would have taken forever. Well, not forever, but it would have taken a long time. Okay, we want the FSD. That one. Fast boot sequence, increase range. Yeah, I'm happy to go level 4. Actually, I should be able to go level 4 on my other one as well. So now it's all up to the random number generators. Okay. I think we've only got 3 attempts or 4 attempts at this. Oh, shite me, damn ya. Not paying attention. I accidentally backed out and then selected the wrong one. It's going to be one of those days. Still got 3 attempts. That's shielded. What the hell am I... The hell is going... There we go. Yeah, 3. Let's try that again. Holy crap, I can't believe I did that. Actually, I can believe I did that. It's the worst part. So as you can see there, anything in the red is obviously negative on your current effect. And you got secondaries coming in. Ooh. So it's going to cost more power to use. Its integrity is lower, and it's a bit heavier. Boot time is a tiny bit faster. It's going to use 4% less fuel per jump. Push on the peck. Make my heart wreck. Look, we're going to apply that. Kind of a crappy load, but just to give a bit of an idea, we'll go into the outfitting now. So, jump minimum is 26 light years on this, so it's actually a bit better than the one we had in it in this asp before. Okay, so that's one that's in there. As you can see here, ever so slight increase to top speed and boost speed, not even enough to register. Doesn't look like an upgrade. Oh, it is to the jump distance. Okay. You can see the one we were using before uses more fuel, takes longer to boot, optimized mass and thermal load not as good. Slightly better power draw though. Let's transfer that back to the ship. Like, we can get better. That's, you know, not even a question there. But I do only have, as I said, a few attempts. The reason I only have a few attempts, you can see down the side it'll list hang on, we'll go down to the one we want. We need manganese, a chemical distillery, and an eccentric hyperspace trajectories scan. We need one of each of those to do the upgrade. Actually, no. We need one of each of those to even so much as attempt to do the upgrade. If we don't like the potential effects, then we're still going to lose those resources. Got a 36 on jump with heavy hulls, nice. That's it. I mean, if we come down to the next tier up again, which we don't currently have the resources for, data mine, wake exceptions, arsenic, you know, that'll increase it further again. So I've only got level 2 on this at the moment. Okay. Whichever one of these ends up becoming the better one is the one that I'll put in the Python. Okay. Well, that's going to be better initially. More or less. Alright, there's the distance. You did the arsenic one already? Yeah. Okay, so if we go back and have another look at those changes. Okay, so that's the one we've got installed. Now it only takes 9 seconds to boot instead of 10. And that one's now the one with the better jump range. Only just. That one's got better fuel efficiency per jump. But again, I'm not taking it, you know, for huge trips, so I'm not too fussed there. So realistically, Yeah, that'll be the one, for the time being at least, that we'll put into the Python. Have you watched Boomer and Carton? I don't think I have. I should give it. I don't think I have. That's alright. I managed to get Cage and a few others in chat to watch Llamas in Hats. Was that last night or the night before? That was kind of funny. Okay, so we'll put this one back in. Gonna cook but still here lurking mode? Not a problem. Well, let's install that one. So what we've now got to do, we're going to fly back out to place with thingies, X. Going to fly back out to X and get that module shipped out. Actually, thrusters. We're going to look at thrusters while we're here. What else have we got? Surface scanners, I've got fast scan on. Power plant I've already done. I haven't bothered on the interdictor. Yeah, I've got level 3 clean. Shield boosters, yeah, she only does level 1. Yeah. Oh, sorry guys. Really? Really? I've only got one specialized legacy firmware again. I got back to the point where I had like 15 or 20 of them. I'm not going to waste it on upgrading this engine. Okay, as you can see here, yeah, see that one needs specialized as well. But as you can see here, I haven't got the best possible outcome on my boosters. Yeah. But the dirty drive tuning would give me better movement at the cost of much higher thermal. And as I said, I can't really afford to do that in this ASP at the moment. Yeah. Didn't bother with any of these because the longer range gives me a much tighter angle. I don't know. Much higher mass as well. Looked for one component for top tier on dirty thrusters and got frustrated, never found it. What else did we have here? Yeah, engines we did. Sensors I wasn't going to do in this at least. She only does the first tier of power plant, and I went for overcharged. I actually got a pretty good roll. Not the best potentially, but... And I need open symmetric keys if I want the level 3 fast scan. Okay, we're going to plot our course out to X now. Get that dang module taken back to our Python. As you can see, way down there is where that random mission we picked up was. We'll get around to it. Might take a look at that tonight. Yeah, I went to say capacity, but maybe it was overcharged. Okay. 8 jumps to X. I'm not going to bother stopping for scan data on the way through. We're literally just going to head out there.
Restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Okay, after we stop at X, we'll organise the delivery of that module.
Disengaging automated flight control routine.
And then probably
Safe travels, Commander.
look at making our way out to Carl. You know, whether I do that straight away or not, we'll see. Oh no, of course it's friggin' gonna have to jump away from the planet first.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay, just increasing our distance from the planet. Don't want to do too much maneuvering here or we'll end up throwing ourselves back into the planetary sphere of influence. Wait until we're out of orbit. What's in Colonia? I see everyone going out to Colonia. I haven't been out there yet myself. My understanding, and this could be very mistaken, is that they're setting up the new bubble out there. Seems to be the case, from what I understand. It'll be the next center of human colonization, I think.
Frameshift drive charging.
I know some people absolutely love it out there at the moment, and some think it's boring as hell.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Another coffee down. I really hope I've got some hot water today. Okay, apparently the next system hasn't been scanned. So as I've said before, we'll just jump in, run the D-scanner, scan the star, and then keep going. Unless there's something super close to us. But otherwise, yeah. We won't be stopping to do complete scans now.
Engage.
I wonder if that would have the M or the B as silent. Or if it would be some weird pronunciation entirely. Okay, gonna fly around the star as usual. Wait till we see our heat dissipate to about 40 degrees. Or 40%. Adam, welcome back again. How are we doing? Well, I hope.
Shift drive charging.
No, I don't want to install the software update.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Very good. Neat. Very good. "53 new objects. And the vast majority of them, quite a few of them, will be right there. No, there's actually a crap load of planets here. Neat. But not what we're after. Let the dog get that? Not a problem.
Frameshift drive charging.
A little tired. It's alright. I'm a little tired, but mine's from not having been to bed properly yet.
4,
I've really got to start
3,
fixing up my
2,
quasi-scheduled
1.
sleep.
Engage.
I've only been saying that for 30-something years. Okay, once again, run the D-scan, scan star. A very bright-ass star. Yeah, they're all just asteroids. Just making sure, because they all would have been within range to scan had they been planets of some variety. Planetoids, planetary chunks of rock that aren't asteroids.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, that was kind of silly of me. We almost cooked ourselves.
4, 3, 2,
My legend.
1. Engage.
Much appreciated. Okay. Shuntal is the next jump. But this one has literally only got this star. I think the systems that have had like just one star all on its lonesome, nothing else in them, are the ones where I have been most likely to be jumped by pirates when I've been shipping goods. How many jumps have I got to go? 3 still. Are you serious? Okay. I didn't think we would, but I think we may have to stop and get some fuel in this next system. I could have checked the galaxy map, it would have told me, but...
Frameshift drive charging.
Sorry, guys. Just eating breakfast. Another thing I need to do more often, eat breakfast. Okay. Well, we might as well scan that planet since we've got to go over next to it anyway. D. Bennett, journeyman, competent. There we go, guys. If you are enjoying what I'm doing, I do try and stream most days of the week, so please feel free to subscribe and or follow if you haven't already. And yeah, and if you do want to help out, remember to hit the like and share buttons. It really does help us out in the long run. Reconnaissance loop. You got cravings. Okay. Through settlement. Brow? No. Doriu? Riao? Used to be great at pronunciation. And then I got lazy. And now I play computer games. All the time. Not saying that they correlate because they don't. And now I've got a mosquito flying around my nose. Anyway. Click the share button, very much appreciated. Yeah, the more people that make their way to the channel, then
Boarding permission
regardless of which
granted.
platform it's on, but the more people that make their way to the channel, the much better it is for us in the long run. Oh man, Hunter, hello, how are we doing? Thank you much for jumping in and joining chat. We'll pre-warn, well not even pre-warn, we'll just give a heads up, guys, we are winding down very shortly. Okay, but we will be back again at about 1 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is our main stream time. And I say about because it can be sort of anywhere between midnight and 2 AM, realistically. And for those curious about time zones, etc., you'll see my local time, bottom right hand side of the screen. It is Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is GMT plus 10.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
An Aussie in space? Yep, that's the one. Crazy Aussie in space running around picking fights. Now we got the fuel we wanted. I don't know why I went into the station then, but okay. Taking off, I will be very soon. Will be very soon. Okay, this was meant to be just sort of a round trip from X out and about and then back to X again, so. And we'll get back into the, as I said, into the mainstream, probably a lot more combat
Engines engaged.
when we come back later tonight.
Landing gear retracted.
You're in Adelaide? Nice. There's the thing, Adelaide, as much as I've been to South Australia, Adelaide is the one capital city that I haven't been to. Okay. Admittedly, most of the others that I've been to have been through military postings through my father, so when I was a lot younger.
Frameshift drive
But yeah,
charging.
I don't think he ever got posted to South Australia.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
You have to get down to Adelaide sometime. Many people I know love it down there. Apparently you have very pretty architecture. Look there. Have a good one. Get a jet. Get you that answer on chat spacing when I find out. Yeah, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all, Martin God. Thank you very much for jumping and joining as always, man. As I've said, I'm going to try and start doing the stream, or doing a stream in this time slot a bit more often. We have the crows, yeah, trying not to hold that against you. Yeah, I will be trying to stream a bit more often in this time slot, just so it is a bit more available to, you know, viewers in different windows.
Frameshift drive charging.
And there we go.
Four,
Yeah,
three,
that's right.
two,
At least at least it's the right
engage.
code. I'll give it that much. I mean, it could be worse. You know, could have been Carlton. Okay, so Scully Power Station is our destination. It's where we've currently got our Python docked. We'll get in there and organise for that frameshift drive to be carried across. Could have been a failure. And wasn't that something? Like, I can understand and relate to the whole heat-induced power failures and stuff. You know, Central Queensland, but to have it happen in a capital city is just nuts. I remember looking at some photos on Twitter, I think it was. I can't remember who posted them. I think it might have been Mr. Miola. I think it might have been. May not have been though. But it just looked eerie as hell. I remember when Cyclone Marcia? I think it was Cyclone Marcia when that hit where I live. We were in one of the regions, areas, suburbs, etc. that was without power for just shy of 2 weeks. And you don't realise how much noise you don't notice, you know, until it's not there.
Juliet, Echo, Sierra. Follow all federal docking protocols before attempting to dock.
little things that would otherwise be ambient
Milky
noise that
Way
just
to landing
aren't
pad
there.
2-3.
And even little things like the hum of street lights and, you know.
Landing gear deployed.
And in we come. Rightio. Refuel.
Welcome to the facility, Commander.
Medium 1 shipyard. Not yet. Outfitting. Waiting. Okay, we want stored modules. So it's going to take 38 minutes and it's going to cost us just short of 62,000 credits to get that frameshift drive shipped here from Felicity. And once it gets here, and once we get back here, actually no, realistically just once it gets here, because I'll probably be here anyway, it will be going in. Shite. Thing's worth 96,000. Oh, sorry, 96 million credits so far. I've still got a lot of work to do on it. There she is. There's our pretty Python. It'll be good to get it out and about. Eventually. As I said, I've still got a bit of work to do on it, so... But yeah. Insurance costs 5 million credits. And that's going to go up as soon as I put that frameshift drive back in there. The rebuy is going to be a bit of a bitch. Not going to lie. But yeah, anyway guys, I'm going to get going right about now. As I said, we've been at it for 3.5 hours, so not the longest of streams, but as I said, this was an extra stream additionally on top of our normal. So yeah, if you haven't already, as I said before, please feel free to hit the buttons of appreciation, be it the like, share, subscribe, or follow button, depending on what platform you're watching from. And we will be playing Elite Dangerous later. This is what I'll play again later tonight. The Bale stream, just as a reminder, has been pushed back until Friday night, or our Friday night, so because of her changes in scheduling for work. We are still looking for more games to play. We have been fiddling around with a few different ones. We do want to get LPs back up and running, as well as the usual streams. What else? I don't know. As you can see, the Elgato HE60S and Stream Deck goal is, we're slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. And the next goal that we'll be setting after that one at this stage will be a new rig for Bale. Because unfortunately, we're at the stage where a lot of the games that we want to play, we can't because she just cannot run them anymore. Good morning, Hannibal! You've come in right at the tail end of the stream. I'm doing the outro stuff. Will you be streaming, good sir? And if so, what will you be streaming? In the tail? Yes. We're just about to finish off. How do you like my pretty new ship, by the way? Not right away. You need to upload some videos first, and then No Man's Sky. Not a problem. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Where is it? There it is. You've got your link somewhere. Lovely ladles and gentle peeps. There is the link to Hannibal's channel, specifically to the live part of Hannibal's channel. Yeah, please feel free to go check him out. He does stream multi-platform, same as I do. So if you're on, you know, Twitter or Mixer, just type in Hannibal Show. Go looking for him, and yeah, he'll be streaming a bit later. Looks like a disco yacht. A disco yacht with many, many, many shooty things. Well, a few shooty things, at least. So, anyway, I'm going to go to the outro screen. Ta-da! Otherwise, I'm never going to get out of here. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It has been all sorts of fun. This is Elite Dangerous Horizons. I'm JesterArke. And, yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys later tonight. And remember to keep an eye out for Hannibal's stream a little later in the day. I think that's about all I'm going to say. Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.